My name is Hervin, and this is day number 39 of the Daily Journal video series, where every day I document here our journey, share any lessons that I learned today from trying to scale our company and from the books that I'm reading. So today I've spent a lot of time doing support just here in the last half of the day. And it's always been a trend here in this last 39 videos where every day I'm spending a ton of time on support. And what this makes me feel like, it is so hard to solve this problem. It is such a difficult problem to solve, to handle support inside our company. We get all sorts of brand new questions all the time. Technology seems like it's breaking. Things that are outside of our control just pop up and start fires inside our company. That's just the feeling right now inside our company. It's just there's a new fire, brand new thing that's happening. It just things breaking inside our company that are causing unnecessary issues. And yeah, that's just how it is right now. It just, from a 1 through 10 in terms of how scalable our company feels right now and how much of a bottleneck I am to the business, it's like how scalable it's like a 1 out of 10. How much of a bottleneck I am to the business, I'm like a 10 out of 10 bottleneck to the business. And so right now, I don't know how we're going to be able to solve this. It just feels like a very, very daunting, big, massive problem that we're trying to tackle here. I seriously cannot wait until we have the new employees on board and we find a groove and everybody knows what they're working on. Everybody's being helpful and we're able to find solutions to the problems that we currently have right now, because it just seems like it is such a slow process right now, and we're getting a million questions. Clients have a million questions, and I mean, not their fault. It is what it is. It's the type of business that we're running. It's just a hard problem to solve because right now I'm the one that knows our product best. I'm the person who knows how to work all of the technology. I'm the one that has the knowledge to solve the questions. And it's like a million different areas that we can provide support in. There's like 24 different areas where we can provide support in. And so it's really a difficult problem that we need to solve internally. And that's just kind of how it goes. Um, yeah. So besides this, I have been working on thinking about, so I've been taking notes on our hiring process and the decision making process that we did that we went through to hire each of the candidates. So yesterday gave the good news that we hired 4 new people, which is amazing. This is so awesome. And yeah, I can't wait. It's literally going to be 13 in 13 days. We're going to have 4 new people in our team, which is going to be amazing. I cannot wait for that. And one of the things so I've been reading this book, The Hard Things About Hard Things, and it talks about how one of the biggest things a CEO or a founder of a company is responsible for is making sure that you're bringing on talented people. You're hiring really good people, and you have and in order to do that, you need to have a solid hiring process. And I was trying to think about that as we scale. I was trying to think about, okay, how is somebody whenever I'm no longer able to be in the when I'm no longer able to be inside the company doing everything and doing every job interview and so on, how does hiring get done? What are the principles by which we're making decision to hire or not to hire people? What are the standards that we have for people that we're hiring? How do we make sure that we're hiring the right fit and that we are bringing in people on board that are good for the role? And so how do we create a system that brings in good people, and how do we judge the people that were the candidates that we're getting, and how do I take the principles by which I am making decisions to hire or not to hire the people that we're looking for. How do I delegate that to somebody else eventually when it's going to be a team member who's going to be also helping with the hiring or someone like that? How do they know what people to bring on board? And so, yeah, that's something that I thought about today, and so I decided to write down every candidate and every person that we've hired, just thinking about how we decided to hire them and why we decided to hire them, and what was the decision making process for being able to hire the people that we've hired, and so on and so, and what difficulties did we have, why did we hire them, how did the candidates stand out, what was our decision making factor whenever we hired these people. And so yeah, so just taking all of that into account so that then we can come up with a framework that we can then delegate to somebody else. But yeah, that's in a nutshell where we're at right now as a company. It's, we're expanding our team. I don't suppose that at any point I'm going to be stepping away from the hiring process anytime soon, but still I wanted to document kind of what my train of thought was. So like whenever we have a candidate, if they stood out in the group interview, and then later on when they did the assessment, they were solid, but they weren't the best, do we move them forward? If they were really, really good, but they forgot to answer one question, is that a sign that they're not that very detail oriented? And if they are, do we want them? Should we move them? Should we pass them to the next interview? So kind of thinking about how are we making decisions around hiring, and documenting that kind of train of thought and principles that we're using for our hiring process. So then we have a documented way there of making decisions, a framework to make decisions around hiring. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about today, taking a lot of notes here in my journal. Yeah, just doing that, a lot of support, thinking about the hiring process. Right now I'm beat up and I'm thinking, how are we going to solve this support problem? Because I feel like that right there is going to be the crux of our business. It's like if we can figure out a way to make support scalable, we're gonna hit a huge growth curve. If we don't, we're just kind of stay stagnant like that little by little. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Thank you all so much for listening. It is 11:55 p.m., about to be midnight. Another one for the books. I'll see you all tomorrow.